And I'm going to start playing the intro.
Are you ready?
Yeah. I'm ready. I just need to... I'm recording now, and we're getting the intro in now.
Are you recording on what you call it?
Ustream.
Okay.
Oh. I should record Audacity
Yeah.
just in case so we can get some good audio this time around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can take it on here.
Alright, I'm going to start the intro now.
Go ahead.
Sorry, guys. Hello and welcome to the OTR podcast for Monday, September 2nd, 2013. I am your host, James. With me as always is...
Will.
And Corey is still dead,
Yeah.
so he will not be here this week.
You put him in the ground.
There will be a memorial service next week on the podcast. So, Will, what have you done this week playing?
I was playing baseball a little bit. I just ordered Madden 13 for PS3 and Medal of Honor from Best Buy. I was going to play a little bit of Civilization. I still want to buy the Brave New World. I haven't got a chance to do it yet. I watched a couple movies. I watched Kick-Ass 2, and I watched R.I.P.D.
Ripped?
Ripped.
It's a comic book movie, isn't it, or something like that? Comic book
I'm
movie.
not gonna say it was the best movie in the world, but it was funny. It was entertaining. That's all I can ask for in a movie. I actually paid to watch it.
Yeah. Let me see here. God damn it!
How do you hear that?
God damn it!
That doesn't make any sense. Why are we doing this?
Huh?
Why did we do it for?
Because it didn't record at all. I'll record. I know what I did wrong. Actually, you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll just do it in post. It's cool. It's cool.
That's
It's cool.
fine.
It's cool.
Okay.
We'll do it in post. Sorry about that.
Kick-Ass 2 is pretty good too. I mean, for what it was.
Basically, I forgot to turn the stereo mix back on because I was hearing it when I was trying to test and I turned it off. So, anyway, so Kick-Ass 2, how was that? Because I've been looking forward to that.
It was good. I mean, I wouldn't say as good as the first one, but it was still good. I mean, good.
Is Nick Cage in it?
Huh?
No, he's dead. So is Nick Cage in it at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
Jim Carrey is though. Actually, Jim Carrey. I mean, I've always liked seeing Jim Carrey in more serious. It was still comedy, but it was still serious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was for him. I've always because like he was in Number 23, a couple other ones like The Majestic, and you can call the what's the movie he was in with Jim. What's his name? One where he was that Truman Show.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like other actors. Like I would have killed to see Chris Farley in a series. Imagine how cool that would have been.
Fat comics, I don't think can do
I
serious.
mean like Robin Williams, like there's two series. Like he had it was 1 Hour Photo and
24 or yeah, 1 hour photo and
the one where you can't sleep.
Insomnia,
which was both. I mean, 1 Hour Photo. I mean that creeped me out. I mean,
yeah, those I love those movies. Those two were great. I mean, I've always loved Robin as a comedian.
They're
seeing them in serious
probably
roles is
like
cool.
Maybe a handful or two handful of actors, like say Tom Hanks, Denzel Washington, Will Smith. Where even Kevin Hart, I have not seen a bad movie by them.
Yeah,
and I can guarantee almost going watching a movie there and enjoying it. And believe it or not, Tom Cruise. I mean, I've not seen a bad Tom Cruise movie.
yeah.
Even though I think he's batshit crazy, he's an amazing actor. He really is.
Yeah.
And I've seen Jack Ripper. Jack Ripper was pretty good, and so was Oblivion. Oblivion was a pretty good movie too.
Those two have been on my list, but I haven't got to watch them yet.
They were both good. Oblivion and what was the other one? Jack Ripper.
I myself have been playing Uncharted, the first one. I'm really sick of games doing this whole lock out the hardest difficulty until you play through on one previous difficulty.
That was my biggest gripe with was it Gears 2? I think it was. Or was it Gears?
I don't remember.
I think it was the first Gears.
But I'm just sick of it because, I mean, I'm not I'm not an achievement whore. I'd say I do enjoy getting trophies, but I'm not playing games just to get trophies.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna work towards like the PS3, I love the way they handle trophies. Like you get a platinum if you actually finish all of the the achievements. I'm gonna say achievements. It's an achievement, but this one requires you to finish it on the hardest difficulty, which doesn't unlock until you play it hard.
The thing I like about achievements or trophies is it helps you remember. Because like I remember exactly the 500th hidden orb on Crackdown.
Mm-hmm.
I remember doing the Mount Hao Club and how long it took me to get that shit.
Yeah.
And like some of those
There's some achievements like that.
Yeah. I actually completed the Mile High Club on my birthday in 2009.
Nice.
Yeah.
I almost actually rebought Modern Warfare 1 just to kind of replay it on the PS3.
Yeah, it was $6.99. I mean, I wanted to, but I don't have
it's $7, and on top of that, I got Medal of Honor Warfighter, which I shouldn't talk while turning my head. Medal of Honor Warfighter, Resistance 1, 2, and 3, Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, all that I need to go through because I'm kind of trying to catch up on the PS3 stuff since I've been out of the PS3 game for 4 years, something like that.
No, before you buy your PS3, you know how long it had been for you since you signed in?
No.
3 years.
So yeah, three and a half, 4 years.
Yeah, this pisses me off because I wish I would have bought a PS3 sooner because literally the graphics. Everybody says, "Oh, they look the same," and no, they don't. Of all videos I've seen of side-by-side comparisons, the PS3 looks better than the Xbox 360 version.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. Everybody says, "Oh, no," because if you have a better processor and better, not better RAM, I don't know if that's better RAM or not, but a better processor usually will give you an extra few bonus frames per second at least.
So yeah, I'm trying to basically just for Uncharted 1, I think I'm just going to go through and get the rest of the treasure. I only have like 2 what are they called, chapters to get more treasure in, and then really all that's left after that is a couple weapon related achievements, and the only one I'm not going to do is play through on the hardest difficulty because really I've already played that game twice, almost 3 times now, and I'm not feeling playing it again.
Yeah.
I also need to move on to Uncharted 2 and 3, so I can move on to another series. Infamous is another series I am planning on going through their range. I want to play
was it Second Son or was it called?
Yeah, Second Son is the new one on PS4, and I definitely want to play that. The graphics on that look fucking sick.
Yeah.
I have to agree with Ange. The PS3 is a little hard to dev for, so I'm hoping with PS4 and Xbox One it'll probably be smoother.
With the A6 architecture, it should be a lot easier.
Yeah,
it should be a lot easier to have.
It should be easy to make a game for all platforms, but practically.
It should also make less shitty ports too. A port should look beautiful now.
Should.
Hence should.
However, the guys working on what is that game called? Not Destiny. The Division. They're moving Division to PC, but they said they had to get an entire new team to work on that because it's not going to be a port. So I guess there's still some kind of difference between the consoles where you have to actually do 3 different teams to make the different games, which is kind of dumb. I think you should just be able to switch out the key bindings and that's it.
You shouldn't have to. That doesn't make any sense. I understand it's not exactly the same, but if you have the A6 architecture, I haven't seen. I've rarely seen complications with.
The OSs that they're going to be playing on are still different.
Yeah.
So because Windows 8 I think is going to be the core of the.
Well, I wonder which one's harder. If PS3, the Xbox One, or the PC, or which one's the easiest one to.
I'd say PC probably is the easiest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Oh, it depends on how complicated the Xbox One, because they have three of them going one time operating systems.
Technically, yeah. But the PS4 looks like it can handle just as much shit that you throw at it. So.
Well, like at Gamescom when they showed him going into the game, it was pretty cool. Like to
be able to watch Twitch,
and then join the game,
that you're watching on Twitch.
That was freaking awesome.
That's fucking sick. I cannot wait for that type of shit. Other than Uncharted, I watched Would You Rather, which is a horror movie about.
It's a TV show too.
Oh well, this one.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
This one's a little more intense. It's would you rather electrocute yourself or your neighbor, like sitting next to you at a
how much voltage?
It was a torture device, so enough. Enough where 2 would have probably killed you. So there was that there was a lot more situations. It was kind of like Saul, almost like at that, where it was just kind of more. It wasn't even a gory movie, actually.
There's an episode of What Would You Call, What Would You Do, where like they do that. There was a scientist did an experiment where you couldn't see the person you were electrocuting. I don't remember what it was called. It was back in the '60s, and you would keep like you couldn't stop electrocuting like no matter what happened. I don't understand their mindset, because if I'm hearing somebody like quit electrocuting, I'm not gonna keep pressing the button.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the scientist. I'm gonna go find out where the person is who's been electrocuting. I'm gonna say, "You okay?"
You need some water? Need something anyway.
Because shit, dude. Like, how can you? I know a lot of the average person wouldn't do that, but I can't just sit there and fucking keep electrocuting somebody. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Watched that, and I also watched a movie called Mama.
Sorry.
Which was... It was good up until
Mama.
the end. Mama. The beginning of the movie was kind of fucking harsh, but anyways. It's 2 girls that get left alone in a cabin. They are found 5 years later, and of course, there's been some kind of supernatural being watching them over that time, and it kind of just follows them to the new family that they get together with. And it's all great up until the end, and then it becomes one of the stupidest movies I've ever seen. So you can check it out. I mean, it's definitely worth a watch, but it's definitely no 5-star. I'd give it probably 3 or 4 stars, 3.5 stars. We'll say that. So you'll want to check that out. I don't think I have anything else. Is there somebody wanting to come in, or no? Okay, probably just a cat. Okay, anywho, moving on. Don't forget to check us out at facebook.com/OTR podcast. Also our Twitter at TNT OTR podcast. You can find us on thenewtech.tv. We'll be on the New Tech podcast network button there on the homepage. Also, you can go to otrpodcast.tv. It's still in beta, so there's nothing really updated on there yet, but you can see the new layout that a couple of the guys on IRC in TNT group are putting together for us. Also, don't forget to check out our partners in crime, banterpodcast.tumblr.com. I don't think they have a show going tonight. I don't know if they had one this week or not, but usually they're on Sundays and Wednesday nights. Check them out. They talk about games, comic books, food. They talk all nerdy shit. They're pretty cool guys. They're also talks about doing a what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I know for sure I'm going to be on one of their shows in the future.
Now that I better camera, I could probably join in too.
And we'll probably end up doing some kind of collaborative show, which would be really cool. That's kind of what I've been wanting to do since day one with this podcast. I mean, doing this is cool too. Being able to hang out with my friends and talk video games all day. But yeah, I think working together with more groups would be really cool. I mean, I've been on the other podcasts as well, and Will has, and I think Corey's the only one that hasn't really participated.
We had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun when I was on the other show.
I don't know if that episode's up yet either. I think he did end up getting it up there. I think that's it for now as far as announcements are concerned. Anything else? No? Okay. All right, well, moving on to the first stories that we've seen this week. I'm not sure if we mentioned this last week or not, but this was a tweet to Yoshida. He basically said that when you purchase a PS4 game on your smartphone via their app or store, I think they're going to have an app when they release the PS4. It'll wake up your PS4, and it'll start downloading the game. After the game's downloaded, the PS4 will go back to sleep after that.
Is that smartphone / tablet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, definitely.
I'm sure with all the companion apps that I've seen, I have to imagine they're going tablet and phone. I think more tablet than phone per se, but with they did show both. So
yeah.
Let me see. I don't think I have it in the stories here, but Xbox came back, of course, and said they're capable of doing that as well. My question here is will they be able to install the game after downloading it? Because my problem with the PS3 right now is the install times.
I don't know why you're so fair, because I mean, it took like...
Last night, I tried to install a 17 gigabyte game, which I think was Hitman Absolution, which also, let me just throw in this, the PS4, or PS3, excuse me, PlayStation Plus, awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Free games? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Where was this all my life? Anyways,
That's another thing that pisses me off about Xbox Live. They're trying.
they're giving you shitty
No,
games.
compared to what PS3 or PlayStation or Sony was giving to their people for paying for it. I think we've been ripped off. We really, I mean, we basically paid for them to develop and make the Xbox One. That's basically the only thing they did because they didn't really upgrade the servers, and plus all the money they made off the advertisements they have on there too.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I can't wait for like November 15th cannot come soon enough. However, it can also come too quickly because I have way too many games to play.
Well, you got 17th of this year. I mean,
I have so many games, and GTA 5 is what, no more than 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off. I had the Uncharted series, Killzone series. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna do Killzone series because I think Killzone 1 and 2 were on previous PlayStation, so I don't have backwards
I think
compatibility.
Killzone 1 was on the PS2, but I think Killzone 2 and 3.
I know 3 for sure was on PS3, but I don't know about 2. If anybody in IRC knows any better or can find it faster than I can, let me know.
Angel just said the rumors they both will auto install everything.
Oh, that'll be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully this time around too, you can also install updates from your tablet too. That'd be good.
You know what they updated the PS3 to be able to do is to wake up in the middle of the night, update your games, and turn back off. That's fucking awesome. Choke on that, Xbox. Anyways.
Well, I mean, Xbox did have like the party chat thing. I think was the only thing they really had on the Sony, and be able to play your music while you're playing games too.
I think they're gonna do that now with the PS4.
Yeah, PS4. They've confirmed that you can play music while you're playing your games.
It's not all that important. I mean, I what I used it for mostly on the Xbox 360 was achievements. Basically, when I've already finished the story, I'm just fucking around. I've heard the dialogue and everything. I just want to listen to music while I do this.
Well, I got tired of listening to the announcers on baseball, start turning music on, or if I'm playing Call of Duty by myself, nobody else, I'll listen to music while I had to stop doing that because
you got to hear.
Yeah, I have to.
Hearing is important.
I don't know how people do it without headphones. Like you see people like I don't know. Like I always remember seeing people playing Call of Duty 4, and like how do you not hear that? Like you playing the game. How do you not hear that person? I mean, like it's like either you have it on mute or you have music too loud because a lot of times you lose matches because people are like,
"Oh, what are we doing over here?"
I don't hear anybody walking.
Yeah, yep, definitely. So Nintendo announced a new DS system. It's called the 2DS. It's basically the Nintendo 3DS, permanently open, and no 3D capability.
It will play 3DS games, though.
It will play 3DS games, and basically it's like a 3DS with 3D turned off.
Yeah, there will be no 2DS games. It'll only play 3DS games.
Surprisingly, it's definitely not going to be as portable as the 2DS. Or, sorry, 3DS.
I don't know why it won't close. It doesn't make any sense to me. It should be able to close.
But people are liking the tablet architecture now. That's kind of like what it is. It's definitely lost its portability by doing that.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just a minority. I don't know who has time to play video games on there. I mean, unless you do. I don't know. I don't have time to play games. Even on lunch, I don't have time to play a game on my phone. It's the meeting.
It's gonna be $130, which is I think $40 less than the 3DS and. Like, I don't know. What was it, $90? I don't know. I can't think of the pricing in my head right now, but it's even less than the 3DS XL. Took the girlfriend to GameStop today, and she wants a Nintendo 3DS XL. So, if she wants to start gaming, that's awesome. During my lunch, I'm either listening to podcasts on the tablet, or if I can throw in a quick game of, like, Dots or some shit like that.
I mostly because I have maybe like a half because I usually drive to get something to drink and then I come back because I'll buy a sandwich but like put them on. I'll probably have to go up there and buy like a hot dog or something because I don't really buy anything tonight. But like I have about a half an hour, so I'll sit down and surf Reddit for a little while, news and stuff like that.
Oh, this I did not know. Apparently, Moonlit and Ange on IRC are saying that the what we're seeing on the 2DS is actually one screen and it just has a piece of plastic blocking off part of it so that it looks like it's two screens. But that doesn't make sense because it looks like one screen is actually smaller than the other unless I saw the picture wrong. It just doesn't make sense to close off the second screen to be even smaller.
Let me see that again.
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, I mean, the top screen, you guys can't see it obviously, but yeah, the top screen is definitely a little bit bigger than the bottom screen. So I don't know.
Maybe it's just optical illusion because of the black lines.
Even if it is one screen, that's great because I mean that would make it cheaper. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not having to do two different screens; it's just one big screen. I didn't get to read that far into the article, so that's probably in there somewhere. But I'm not much of a Nintendo guy, but I mean, I would play like Zelda games
Yeah.
if I had it. So when I go to pick one up for the girlfriend, not the 2DS because she doesn't want that. I'll just get the 3DS XL, and I'll be able to play Zelda games.
$129.
$129 for this thing, which is not bad.
I think
It comes out the same day as Pokemon X and Y, whatever the fuck that is. I'm not a Pokemon
I don't know
guy.
what the whole big. I mean, I'm not gonna knock anybody else's.
I played Pokemon, like one of them. I think it was like Red or Blue back in the
The only
day.
one I ever played was for the 64, and that was the.
The picture one?
Yeah.
Can't count that because it's nothing like it.
We actually rented that game. We rented it.
Yeah, this Pokemon is just like a RPG type game, constant RPG. So, so yeah, I would be interested in playing the Zelda games they have on there, anyways. I don't know if what kind of I don't want to say pirating material, but what kind of like carts they have where you can put like a shit ton of games on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've figured that out yet, but if they do, I'll look into it. I think we talked about this on one of our previous podcasts. The Road Rash,
months ago, at least.
yeah, it was definitely a couple months ago. The Road Rash spiritual successor is coming to Steam. It's called Road Redemption, and it's one of the 100 titles that got passed through Steam Greenlight the other day. So I'm definitely looking forward to that when that comes out.
Oh, 360. Well, PS3.
It says 360 and Wii U it'll be developed for. Most likely, if it was supposed to be for other systems, it was probably a higher amount that they needed to reach, and they did not reach it. So, for 360, it's on PC, so I'll get it on PC.
Yeah.
I'll get it on PC before I get it on 360. Pre-orders are available through PayPal, and registration for the closed alpha and beta versions are open on the game's website. Let me see. I can actually pull that up. It should be on Steam. Well, it's on their website. I'll look at. It's probably like $20 or so. Digital Gangster Edition is $15. I'm guessing that's a copy of the game. I would assume. If you want the Xbox 360 or Wii U version, it's $17.
What was the $2 difference for?
I don't know. Well, you get a DRM free copy of PC, I'm assuming, and Xbox.
Huh.
So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to it. I'll definitely play it on PC. Oh, and did they ever get the Oculus Rift support?
Was it EA who owned that? Who owned the rights to it? Or who was that?
It was one of the original guys, I think, if I remember correctly, from Road
I don't
Rash.
understand. Like over the past 10 years, they didn't think, about, hey, maybe we should develop this for a system because
They did a couple times, and they did it for the N64, was it, or
because I think
PlayStation.
I think it'd been huge. It's a game I would have played. Imagine having like 8 to 16 players, beating the shit out of each other trying to get to a finish line.
Yeah, this one, they have a fucking katana. I'm gonna take somebody's head off with that shit. I'm definitely interested. $15 gets you a copy of the game on PC. It looks like they have all kinds of tiers you can buy through PayPal, and also I'm assuming they'd be on Steam as well. I don't have Steam pulled up at the moment, otherwise I'd look it up for you. Let's see what else we got here. Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition is confirmed and will be coming this October. I had a list of stuff here that's available.
And of all the sales I've seen over the past months, who doesn't have all of it yet? I mean, who's like?
Oh, it's two different stories. That's what the problem is. Okay, so yeah, it has tons of stuff. I gotta see. I thought I had the list pulled up, but I did not. I fail. I apologize. Good. I have the list right here. It comes with all of the DLC from the season pass. So it's $60 for the special edition.
I think $60 for all of it includes is the worth price because you're gonna get like 300 hours of gameplay out of that.
You got Captain Scarlet and her Pirate's Booty, Mr. Torg's Campaign of Carnage, Sir Hammerlock's Big Game Hunt, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, Creature Slaughterdome, which I don't. Oh, that was in the
pre-order.
Yeah, I remember that. You also get Gage and Krieg, which are the two extra characters, playable characters. Gearbox Gun Pack, which
kind of garbage.
It was kind of garbage, but it was nice to get started.
It was
with.
helpful, yeah.
It was definitely helpful to get
It was
started.
definitely helpful.
It was definitely a little bit more powerful than what you got when you first, if you just played without it.
Yeah.
Golden Key, which those are just given away with like candy, so it doesn't really fucking matter.
I think I have like 29 of them.
I have like 16 or something, and I don't even. I mean, I play, but not nearly as much as I used to. Vault Hunter's Relic, which increases your chances of green and blue items by like 5% or some shit like that. Does not affect ultra rares at all, which I found kind of lame.
Yeah, I thought it would at least do that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
At least from what individual studies have shown, anyways. Collector's Edition heads and skins. Yeah, you never see your own skin, so what does it matter?
Yeah,
except for the start screen.
That's why I never see people pay the. I know it's cool to have. I mean, it probably helps with the, a little money towards Gearbox.
Mm-hmm.
But there are tons of them to find in game. So
oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, some are kind of cool. Like I saw a couple of them that like Tron version of Zero was pretty cool. But I mean, you don't see them. You don't see yourself.
Yeah. You also get the Ultimate Vault Hunter Upgrade Pack 1, which raises your level cap by 11, I think it was.
So is the second one going to be a whole nother playthrough again, too, or no?
I don't know. We're getting up to that. I unfortunately didn't put those back to back, so we'll talk about Borderlands 2 again in just a few minutes. EA has decided that their new shooter rotation is going to consist of Battlefield, Battlefront, and Titanfall. So
I haven't played a Battlefront game. I saw Jody play one, but from what I've heard, it's a great game. And
is it you're talking about Battlefront, like the Star Wars type?
Yeah,
shit? Yeah.
And if they can revive that, because I mean,
with the Frostbite engine,
EAHS isn't the best company, but people behind Battlefield and all that, I mean, they're incredible themselves.
Yeah.
Especially using the Frostbite 3 engine, that's.
Yeah, it's gonna look amazing. I've never really been into those games, but I'm sure this will definitely get me into it. So they took out Medal of Honor. They won't be doing that too much in rotation. So they probably won't be doing one of those for a while. Although we did just pick up our copies. I don't know if we did this. Well, I think this was pre-show. But anyways, we got Battlefield 4 keys. And
if you're in America, you have about 3 hours to get it. If you're in California, you got about 7 hours roughly.
Yeah.
Or any other time zones.
You get it, pick it up for what, $6?
$6.
Yeah, on at Best Buy.
You can do in-store pickup. They're open until 9. It'll close now, but I mean.
Well, you can do in-store pickup and pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah,
or
you can buy right now.
Anytime in between 2 weeks, I think it is.
Yeah, I think I have until 10 to pick mine up, or whatever it is from today.
So that'll be cool. They said by no means Battlefield will not be a annual release type deal. So that's good. I mean, they're not going to try and annualize things like Call of Duty.
Well, you can say it's yearly and all, but it's two different companies. I mean, I will never. I promise you now, I will never buy. I will never purchase a Treyarch game. I know you did.
Treyarch.
So I don't know if I Treyarch, but I will not buy a Treyarch game after being screwed twice. That's why I didn't pick up Black Ops 2. I mean,
I picked up Black Ops 2 for $20 for PC. It was a physical copy from California.
Yeah.
I was able to. Actually just register it on Steam, so that was pretty cool.
But I just don't like. I mean, I've been screwed over by Infinity Ward, but fucking Treyarch fucked me over enough times where I won't play their games anymore.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Let's see. They said that Cerny from Sony says that PS4 devs will get more out of the hardware in years 3 or 4 of the release. So 3 to 4 years after release, they'll get even more power out of the hardware, which is fucking amazing. Because I mean, the stuff we've seen so far is all pre-release.
Even with Xbox One's was it processor increased a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation still has a 40% better processor than the Xbox One does.
And RAM.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm not gonna say it's looking any better or any worse on Xbox One, but compare what most PS3 games look compared to the Xbox 360 version.
To be honest, Ainge, when you're doing Call of Duty, you really have to have a team of players you play with constantly to have any fun with it.
No, I have fun because if one person pisses me off, I'm gonna spend 8 minutes. I don't care how much time I do care how much time I die, but I will find you, I'll hunt you down, and kill you. I can't stand people who just run around and get killed. You have Call of Duty is the type of game where you have to play enough to know where players are going to come from, and don't run out to them. Wait for them to come to you. I've gotten killed so many times because I've not gotten patient and like, oh fuck this, I'm gonna get him. And then like you go around the corner, you're dead. If I waited 2 more seconds, if the camera went, I could have killed him.
We have a visitor. Anyways, yeah, I mean, just the stuff we've seen just from launch. I mean, well, a lot of the stuff we're seeing is also not going to be available until mid next year, maybe end of next year.
What?
Like Destiny is mid next year. Division is end of next year.
I mean, because how many games are going to be released? I need at least 6 to 8 months to.
Battlefield 4 looks fucking sick, and that's just out in what, November 15th?
Comes out,
yeah, it comes out the same day. Now, you know, I don't know. Do you like other? You know, Ainge is saying here that he doesn't. He has a team to play with, but he still gets bored within a week. Maybe do you like other first-person shooters? I mean, maybe it's just. I don't know if it's just Call of Duty you don't like, or if it's FPS you don't like.
I like playing FPSs, man. Like with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I can't even tell you how many I have because Raptor wasn't out that time. But for the original Call of Duty 4, I had to have at least 1,000 hours in that.
Call of Duty 4 is by far probably one of the best FPS ever.
Ever rated.
I mean, it's right up there with GoldenEye. And GoldenEye doesn't hold up per se as an FPS, but it does nostalgia-wise. I mean, how much fun you had playing it.
You can't say it was any better than, say, Doom or any a couple of those games. But it did set the mark to where people actually want to play FPSs, where they actually started developing. And you know, FPSs.
I just realized, like, I had to take a step back recently and look. Everything is FPS. I mean, if you think about it, like practically every game out there now is FPS.
It all comes down to storyline. Like, I mean, like, I truly believe story-wise, like I'm trying to say it twice. I think Borderlands probably had one of the best storylines. Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 1 had one of the best.
My mouth is not working. It varies from person to person. You either loved Borderlands or you fucking hated it. I mean, I loved Borderlands. I loved the comedy in it and everything. There was a lot of people that thought the comedy was childish, which
I didn't pick up Borderlands to be all serious about it. I picked up Borderlands to have fun playing the game.
Well, to be honest, when I picked up Borderlands, I didn't know what to expect. I was bored.
I hated it at first myself because I was like, why can't I kill this motherfucker?
I was bored, and I knew I wanted to play a first-person shooter. I went to the Southside Walmart, and I was like, oh, what's this game? We'll get it. Because, I mean, at the time, I was also not into, like, gaming news and stuff, so I was like, I was confusing Rage and Borderlands 2 with each other. So I was like, oh, I'm bored. Let's fucking get it. So I get it, take it home. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Corey, you got to try this game. He tries it, hates it.
I think like 6 months later...
Will plays it, he hates it. And we all play together. It's the best game ever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much how it went down. Call of Duty 4, when we first started playing, we were in the beta, and it was only 3 maps, and I think we've probably told the story 100 times.
I mean, this is probably the greatest... I don't know, demo, beta, what do you want to call it, ever made. I mean, that right there, if you said, oh, it's $100 to get the full game, here you go.
Yeah, I mean, it was that much fun, and we were putting that many hours into it. Around that time, unfortunately, Raptor wasn't around, so we didn't get those hours logged.
With Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I had right now I have 752 hours. So I know for a fact I had well over 900 on Call of Duty 4 because I have... With Modern Warfare 2, I had 18,000 kills. With Call of Duty 4, I had 20,000. So I know at least 1,000 hours put in that game alone.
Yeah.
Alone, at least.
Yep.
So that's $60. It probably cost me, what, 50 cents an hour to play?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yep. There was a report stating that the Xbox One was going to release before the PlayStation 4. My guess was November 8th.
There was a guy, I forget his name. He's all over gaming, Reddit, our gaming. Not really all over it, but there's a guy on NeoGAF forums. I don't know his name, but he is okay. It's about 50-50 whether he's right or wrong. A couple things he over the past couple years, a couple things he's been right. but this the last couple of things he's been wrong about. And I knew that there's no way if Xbox One was having a problem with had to postpone the release of the Xbox One in European countries, there was no way they're going to be able to release it earlier than what PlayStation 3 said.
I'm wondering if they're still going to hit November.
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, everybody's like, I don't know if they don't hit
If they don't hit November, they're fucked.
even if they do hit November,
They have to do.
No,
I think
I
if
said
they
no.
don't, I don't think if they don't make it before Black Friday, they're not pre-order sales, but they're like release day sales are gonna fucking blow.
Well, I think the biggest problem, I don't think they thought this through. That's the same thing that happened with the PS3. They learned from the problem. They learned from their mistake. They really did. Is when people, when parents go to on Black Friday, when they go to those sales and they see $4.99 or they see $3.99, which one do you think they're gonna get?
Oh yeah, by far, yeah. But mommy, I want an Xbox One. $3.99, bitch.
Look
Take
at you,
this.
look at your job, look at yourself.
Right?
Well, Dave, how did we get our first Nintendo 64?
Nintendo 64, we had to mow lawns for
We
months.
put it on layaway. Was it Walmart? Yeah, it was Walmart.
No, Kmart.
Kmart?
No, was it Kmart? No, Walmart. I think
It was Walmart. It's church now. The one on US 19.
Yep.
We mowed lawns for a whole summer, and we finally got
Picked
it.
up a Nintendo 64 and the only game that mattered, GoldenEye.
And it was I think it was $198 back in
Yeah.
1998.
I might even still have the receipt somewhere. I might. I mean, I still have the console. I
But
think.
I don't know where they're coming from because I mean, I'm not gonna say that the economy's bad, but I mean, when they go into the store and looking for kids for them, there's no way they're gonna spend an extra $100 if there's a game system that's cheaper.
Yeah,
So next to it.
they can get
And
that.
forget about it, I
They can
mean,
get the food processor for grandma then. You know.
yeah.
But anyways, it will not be shipping on November 8th. Microsoft tells Kotaku that basically November 8th is not the release date. But the Xbox One launch is expected to be sometime later than that. So we can basically guess that it's anywhere between the 9th and the 30th. So I think it really needs to happen before Black Friday, to be honest.
Man, what happens if it's released on Black Friday? That's what I mean.
Yeah, it wouldn't be released on Black Friday. That would be a horrible decision.
Well, everybody's like, oh.
I think you might be right. They might be the same day.
They were all everybody's online saying, oh, the Xbox 360 didn't get a release date until the September 17th of 2006. I want to say. Yeah.
I don't remember.
And I'm like going, well, if they've been playing catch up, literally been playing. They got bitch smacked so hard at E3.
Yeah.
For them not to have a release date yet, I'm not saying it's a bad decision, but they need. People, they're losing out on pre-orders at GameStop, Amazon, in their home, in the turf where they've always been whooping ass. That's over in Europe.
Yeah, I don't have the article pulled up, but I did see it earlier this week that they were saying like the pre-orders on Amazon.
Yeah.
PS4 was like the number 3 most pre-ordered item, and number 16 was Xbox One.
Look, I did, and it's online. No, the thing about PS Plus is that it's cheaper, and by year 2. Can you imagine how many games are going to be free on there that you probably haven't picked up yet? And you get 4 free games. Forget Drive Club. You have, I think, 3 or 4 more games coming out that are full games before the end of the year.
Yeah. Not to mention the discounts.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, so when I went to, I picked up Journey. I don't know if I said that last week or not. But anyways, I ended up picking up Journey from that sale. And it was normally, $14.99 on sale. It was $7.49. And if you had PS Plus, it was like $3.50. There's no question. I bought that shit. And I actually played it. I don't know. I haven't finished it, so I couldn't tell you much about it. But it's definitely different. And a lot of people talk shit about it. And those people are mostly FPS players. So
comparing the Xbox 360 dashboard, I think is more advanced than the XBM for the PlayStation 3. But hear me
cross
out.
media bar.
Yeah. But how many ads have you seen on the cross media bar?
I think I haven't seen any ads, but the thing with the cross media bar that I like, or the only problem I have with it is the web store. But I can't really have a problem with it because that web store didn't really exist the last time I had it.
Yeah.
So now it does exist. It's a little slow, that's what happens when you kind of tack it on at the end.
Yeah.
But I think
the only place I see ads are in the PlayStation Store. I mean, that's for movies and stuff.
It's relevant.
Yeah,
it's relevant. I mean, they show completely irrelevant shit on the, or they try to make it look relevant.
Yeah. Remember that one segment they had with that chick where she would review either it was tablet games, and like she would try to sound all cool and shit.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh my
her.
God.
She had the hair. I
Yeah,
remember
what
that,
the fuck are you trying to do here? You're not getting me to buy this game. It's not happening.
Nope. I remember her. Holy shit, I remember that. But they got rid of all this the cool the stuff that made Xbox Live worth paying for. They fucking just threw it away.
Yeah.
I mean everything. 1 versus 100 gone.
Actually,
Fucking all the shows like what was it Xbox? What was the one with the two guys?
I forgot, but then the couch that was gone. It's gone.
Yeah, that was a great show.
1 versus 100.
Gone. Yeah, 1 versus 100.
Numbers are down.
Gone.
When you have the problem with that is like they'll put poker on. The thing they don't understand is like we don't need prizes. If you were to put it out there, like you say, like we didn't need those prizes. If you were to put it out there like poker every other night or every night or every 2 nights. You know how many people you had on there? They don't care about prizes. It was fun to see, fun to play it.
Yeah, I'm actually in the beta for the new Full House Poker, and I haven't even played it yet.
How do you get to that? Did you just say
I could, yeah. You email them, and I basically had all my OTR
Is
podcast.
that-
I'm on a podcast. Give me a beta.
Was it on
but-
Xbox 360 or no?
360. Yeah.
Fuck that. No.
No.
Do you have it to my Xbox 360? I'm like I'm telling you, I'm gonna sell it to. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I was one of my friends Pat's house the other day, and I saw my next neighbors. She has 4 kids. One's a baby, but the other 2 are 13, 10, and I want to say 14. And they're still playing on a PS2 and a Wii. And I was like, you know what? And I'm thinking here, I'm sitting here thinking, you know what? what I'm gonna do? I was like, hey, what if I sold it to you for like 50, $60? It comes to like 13 games, and people like her cannot afford to pay $500, let alone $400 for a system. I figure, hey, I'll give them a step of the door here. I'll sell it to you for $50 to get all these games.
Well, here's the thing I want to do. I've been thinking about it over the last couple days, but I have a shit ton of music that I bought in the Xbox or in the Rock Band store. I'm just gonna have to fucking cut it. I'm just gonna have to cut my losses and sell my shit because I don't. Even my girlfriend now that she's been using the Xbox or the PlayStation 3, she likes it so much more than the Xbox. And the apps for the PlayStation 3, so much better than the Xbox apps.
I think the best thing I could do is I don't want to sell it to GameStop and get like $30 for it.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I was thinking about it today. I was in GameStop. I was like, man, I could totally trade my games in here, but they're gonna give you shit money. They're gonna give
I'd rather sell my like 13, 14 games to somebody who's actually gonna play it.
Yeah.
And enjoy it. Imagine
to somebody who's gonna rate people.
I might have to buy a couple of controllers so you know how beat up mine are.
Yeah.
But I'd rather sell it to her. Her 3 kids can actually play it. They might be able to afford it now, but at least they can play it. You know what I'm saying?
I have the Xbox 360, the newer version, not the newest, sorry, but the newer one, the one before the latest one. 2 controllers, the plane charge.
You guys do my ass all that, but
Connect.
That was the worst. I mean, whoever buys that, they're fucking complete morons.
Oh, the new one, yeah.
They're, I mean,
Nest. They're not Nest. What am I thinking? The drum set to Rock Band. I have all this that I can sell, and I just don't know where to take it.
Well, what if you want to give it to them too? I don't know if they played or not. They might.
I mean, who?
The kids having some Xbox too.
I don't know. I don't want to give it away. I want to be able to make something off of it. I think what I have is probably worth about $300, if not more. But I'd like to see at least 2 for it.
It's attached to your name though.
The console? You can move the console.
No, I'm saying all the music and everything's attached.
I know,
to your
but the
name.
thing is you have to have a console to do it. I mean, unless somehow it actually transfers to the Xbox One, because I am planning on getting an Xbox One eventually. If it were to transfer over somehow, that'd be awesome. But at this point, I don't think it is.
Oh, get back to what the Angel was saying. He's saying, isn't the PS4 outselling the 21?
I have 0 numbers at the moment, but I can only assume that's true.
I saw a list. So this isn't the system. This is just the games. The number 1 pre-order is, I want to say, Battlefield, and there's like, okay, both lists compared. The PS4 is out pre-ordering them. I want to say, okay, by 40%, because they have it's like 120,000 pre-orders for Battlefield 4, and I think it's like 80,000 or something like that on the Xbox One.
Okay, so I'm looking at Amazon best sellers. Number 1 right now is Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS3, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Madden 25 in second.
Well, it just came out, so I mean, of course.
PS4 with 2 controllers.
That's the newest one they brought out. Now it's not like you can't get it anymore.
I did see one you can get, but I didn't see the point since you don't get the year of PlayStation Plus or a game.
Yeah.
Or no, you did get Killzone. That's right. And let's see. So we got the PS4 number 3. We're still looking for Xbox One here. It's definitely no longer in 16th. Where the hell did it go?
Type in best sellers for 2013 Amazon. Don't worry about that. No, go up there. Go up to the search bar. No, not search bar. Go up to your window.
Yeah.
No, up to the address bar. Sorry, address bar.
Yeah.
Type in Amazon bestseller for 2013. Best sellers 2013.
Let's see what we got.
Should be the first one.
It says in video games.
Yeah, right there.
So even if we're looking at that, we're looking at number 4 for PlayStation 4 and number 7 for Xbox One. So we don't have any official numbers to say what's doing the best, but obviously PS4 is higher on the list, which is good.
The only reason they have the Xbox 12, 16, I don't know why people are buying that when it's going into money anyways.
What?
The Xbox 1600
Oh.
points. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, they can buy them up. Well, here's what you do: you buy those up, and you get more money technically when they upgrade the numbers. I think.
Well, if anything, the PS thing is number 1. The
PlayStation Network $20. Yeah, is number 1 bestseller in video games. So PS4 is looking good. I don't want to be a PS4 elitist, but I love it.
But looking back now, even only first party games that look kind of cool. Where it was Halo 3 and Gears of War. What else did they really have? Forza was no way better than. It was not better than what do you call it? Gran Turismo. No way.
Yeah. Let's see. Wow, we've been going for 45 minutes already. This is way better than last week. Even though we probably have a lot of filler. It's all good. More. All right, guys, break it up back there. More news from Gearbox. They are going to be raising the level cap yet again for another 11 points, or levels, I should say, excuse me. You're getting the Ultimate Vault Hunter Upgrade Pack 2, which is some kind of Digistruct Peak Challenge. I'm not sure what that is yet. I haven't got to see any videos or anything like that yet.
Wait, this is what happens. Okay, here
comes out tomorrow, doesn't it?
Here's a rough idea. Okay, what happens is you get the overpowered weapons. Basically, they'll be level. Say you're level 61. You get a gun that's level 61, but it's overpowered to level 72. So you save your level 61 gun and it has all the extra damage from a level 72 gun. That happens too.
Yeah. There's some chatter in IRC going on saying, basically stating that Microsoft needs to tell us why it's worth $100 more.
They haven't, and they still haven't proven to me that Kinect's not a gimmick. Because...
Yeah, the Kinect, that's what happened when they released the Kinect the first time around. They said, look at all the stuff it can do, and it never fucking got used at all.
Is that story in there about the
Illuma Room? Yes, Moon sent me a link earlier, and I didn't really say so, but it's one of the last stories we have. So there's not. What they said is, they said two things. One is the Kinect, and the other is saying the first party games or whatever, the exclusives. That's what I was trying to say. So they're saying their exclusives are worth $100.
Yes, it's about a year. It's going to be a year before we get on the PS4. But Titanfall, yes, it's impressive, it looks cool and everything, but it's not enough for me to buy an Xbox One. It's just not.
I'll be getting an Xbox One, A, just because I'm on a podcast and I need to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And B, now that they've reversed pretty much everything except for the price, which they're not going to change the fucking price.
They can't.
I'm definitely interested in one still. The exclusives they have do interest me, and I do want to play them. But they pretty much lost me from the get-go. As soon as PS4 came out and I saw this, I've probably talked about this a couple times on the podcast as well, but like when the PS4 first was announced, I was like, meh.
Kind of cool.
Xbox 360 comes out, I'm like, I don't really want one. And then the PS4 comes out the second time they revealed.
E3, yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of fucking want one of these. And then the next day, I was like, I kind of fucking want one of these still. And I put it on pre-order that day.
Well, the problem is, it's almost, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's nearly impossible to build the hardware they have on there for less than
I'm not even going to try and compare it to a PC. I still enjoy PC gaming. I enjoy 360 gaming. I enjoy PS4.
No,
I pretty much enjoy
James,
gaming
me and
everything.
James
but-
we're convinced that we're gonna go to PC this next generation until Sony blew me away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to have PC games that I'm going to enjoy playing on the PC. But what I'd like to see happen is, Will obviously is getting a PS4. I'd like to see Corey get a PS4, which probably will. It's just going to take time.
Probably tax return next year, I'm guessing.
I already have 2 people, I think, from IRC that are actually added to my list. Caleb, I think it was, and somebody else. I don't remember. But anyways, if you guys get PS4s or if you're on PS3 already, my name is Logic Slayer. Will's is, I think, still Bob the Titanic. Definitely add us to your list. We'll add you back.
The thing that gets me about this is that there's another thing that pisses me off about the Xbox One is there's actually an article out about them highlighting the fact that they're going to try to not really hide, but they're going to try to not really hide, but like what's the wording for it when you try to
Conceal?
conceal advertisements? They're not going to look like advertisements, but they're going to be advertisements.
Yeah. The second they said connect and advertising, that just kind of put me off as well.
We shouldn't have to pay for a service and then they make more money off of the advertisement. That's what the Xbox 360 is doing to us 2 years to us right now. It's been doing it for fucking 6 years.
Yeah, and you know what I hate the most is when you're just trying to flip through and you hit one that has audio. Fuck you. Stop doing that shit. Don't play audio unless I actually go full screen on that shit.
They're offering a better deal right now for gamers. They really are.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I think it's going to take some getting used to is the controller. But now that they have the triggers on the
now that they're actually triggers instead of a slide for your hand or your finger, because I am playing some games or some shooters on PS3 and I would not want to use those as shooting because your finger just fucking slides right off.
And the thing that gets me is like they're trying to add
same thing with the thumbsticks too.
With trying to add what do you call it? More side to the controllers. You can feel it vibrating when you shoot. That's not a big thing to me.
It's not a big thing, but I think it
sounds
it doesn't
cool.
have to be big things because honestly, it is the little things that add up.
Yeah.
But I mean that interests me too. I would like to see like when you shoot a gun to feel it, back in controller and moving forward.
I totally agree with you, Moonlit. I mean, the only cool ads on there are the ones that give you free things for your avatar. That's about it.
Yeah,
Even then,
that's very few and far between. And,
yeah,
and they give themes too, but they're not. That's another thing that PS3 is better at.
well,
Dynamic themes.
Since the day one with the Xbox. I'm not even a PS fanboy. I've owned the Xbox 360 for like 7 years now.
Yeah.
The thing that always pissed me off about Xbox 360 was the points, where you would say you buy a 1600 points card. You buy something and you have these extra 30. What the fuck are you supposed to use the extra 30 points for?
PS3 still has that problem. I had $2 sitting in there from the last time I had a PS3, and I still have $2 left over even after I bought stuff. So
yes,
it's
well,
digital wallet
because people are afraid to put the cards. You don't have to. You don't have to. You bought the cards. You don't have to buy the cards. You just pay for it.
No, you have to have a digital wallet, as far as I know.
No, all you have to do is put your credit card in there and make purchases.
That hasn't worked for me, but I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ads on on Xbox aren't related. They're trying to get America fat again by doing some kind of giveaway with Doritos and Mountain Dew.
That bothers the shit out of me. Yes, it was kind of cool and everything, but like when they used to do the, I wish I would have got caught up.
I mean, they're obviously not going to do carrots and give you free XP, but it's really bad.
No, the thing that pissed me off the most about when they did that shit, like where you buy something and you get they didn't have anything on Diet Mountain Dew. Like, I mean, that bothered the shit out of me.
They did.
No, they didn't. Did not.
Or is it Diet Pepsi? I don't remember. I got quite a few
For
XP.
XP, no, there was no Diet Mountain Dews on that at all.
I wasn't drinking regular Mountain Dew.
Yeah, you were. There was no Diet Mountain Dews. I was like, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
not only am I getting fatter, you're gonna give me diabetes too.
Well, I mean, diet's not really the greatest for you either. But anyways, I'm giving up on that shit.
It's a good alternative for a diabetic like me.
We've been really sidetracked here.
Sorry.
So let's continue off here. So basically, it's going to raise your level cap back to Borderlands, just in case anybody forgot. Raises your level cap by 11 for a new level cap of 72 when combined with the first Ultimate Vault Hunter upgrade pack. Characters gain a skill point with every level, so that's 11 more skill points. Challenging new map and mission, plus a raid on whatever Digistruct Peak is, which I've seen a picture of it, but I honestly don't know much about it. You get powerful new legendary class mods and rare pearlescent grade weapons, which you'll never fucking find.
Oh no! And you know how you find them? You get a bunch of fucking iridium and you go to the. I have a better shot of winning pearlescent guns from the jackpot machine in Tiny Tina's thing than anywhere else.
Yeah.
Same with Seraph. I mean, like, the thing that pisses me off is like they made those raid bosses to get the Seraph crystals way too fucking hard. You shouldn't have to have 4 of your buddies with you to be able to kill them.
Yeah, it's true, but it's not. Because, I mean, that's exactly what RPGs are like. You have to have a crew, otherwise
But
you're
you only
fucked.
get like 4 or 5 of them, and like you have to and then they lock you out for a day. So how are you supposed to get enough Seraph crystals together to buy something if you can't?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. They're trying to make it super rare again. I mean, they don't want you to be able to just go buy a dozen of them for, in the first playthrough. Man, my sinuses are really messing with me. I apologize. So you get the ability to unlock overpowered enemies for even more powerful loot, and new heads and skins to unlock, which is cool because they're not making you pay for these.
Yeah.
So that I think comes out tomorrow, if I read that correctly.
Is it $5?
It's $5. I think I already have the first one. I don't remember. Do we have the first one?
What?
The first Ultimate
Yeah.
upgrade or whatever.
I hope you did.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh no! If you bought the season pass, it came with it. Yeah. If you had season pass, it came
I
with
did
it.
buy the season pass.
Yeah,
Okay,
it came
good.
with it.
All right, so good. So then I just had to
But
spend
that's
$5.
another down. Sorry, we get shut again, but they are saying something. With having all those services behind paywalls on the
Oh
Xbox.
yeah, what? That's always pissed me off with Xbox. Why in the fuck would you need to pay for Xbox Live to watch Netflix, which you already pay for?
And it's not even going through Xbox's servers; it's going through Netflix's servers.
Right. That has always pissed me off. And the PS3, of course, is not behind a paywall. They've already said the PS4 will remain that way, which is fucking awesome. Because, I mean, I use Amazon Prime, Instant Movies. The app on the PS3 for that is so much better than the PS3. Xbox 360. I'm getting my consoles mixed up here. The 360 fucking blows as far as the... my mouth is just not working. Amazon Prime.
And another point is you see all over the past couple of years these sales that Xbox had, and like the prices for their games. With PS Plus, you can go buy a newer game for like $15 with your discount for PS Plus.
Yep.
With the sales they had on Microsoft, like what was the fucking point of buying it? It's not a sale.
That's not to mention. I think we talked about this a couple podcasts ago.
The best sale they had was this last summer sale. That was the best of the past 7 years.
Well, I mean, as far as games you're talking about.
Yeah, for Xbox 360.
And you're talking games,
The summer sale.
not the perks. Because the perks sucked.
Oh,
Because
no,
all you got was
I'm
like
saying-
add-ons
I'm
for
saying
games you
the
may
game
not even
prices,
have.
I mean, they weren't even that good, but compared with what they usually do, the summer sale was probably the best sale they've had in 7 years, and their system's about to become obsolete in a year or so.
Yeah. I mean, everything on the PS3 to me is better. I don't want to be a fanboy, but I mean, after you get to see
I feel
what
like
you've been
I was
missing out on.
blindfolded over the past 7 years because PS3 was a better system, hands down.
And like I said, Corey mentioned this, I think, on a previous episode. The sale with the summer sale for 360, you bought like 4 games and you got add-ons to games you may not even own. PS3, you actually got, I wouldn't say cash, but you got money into your PSN account if you bought more than one game. If you bought 2, I think it was like $2 for 8, whatever.
Well, all they're trying to do is get you to buy another game. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And I still haven't comparing. Like you see, like some of these games, like on the Xbox 360, were like 2 or 3 years old. $30 still. I can go on PS3, then get it for like fucking 20, like 15 and 20.
Yep.
And they're still charging $30, and the game's 3 years old.
Yep. So the Game Stick we've talked about
That was like
quite a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
It met its Kickstarter, obviously, went well over the goal, and it looks like it's going to be coming out at the end of this month to kind of throw down with the
Well,
Ouya.
we saw the Ouya. Is that right?
Ouya.
Ouya at the Best Buy.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavier than I expected.
The controller looks sturdy though. I mean, it really does. For being I guess the $100, the controller is actually pretty sturdy.
I just have not been convinced to purchase one yet.
Mhm.
If it went down in price a little bit, I might.
If it was like $70, I get it.
They say they have what is it? You can run XBMC on it, but what I really want to know, if anybody has an Ouya and has tried it yet, or if anybody's used a Raspberry Pi as a XBMC box, I've used it and I I didn't see me using it in the future because it's so laggy. I mean, it's worse than the PlayStation Store as far as lag is concerned. So that's what I fear the Ouya will be like, considering it's just a system on a chip. So I mean, if it runs better and you can do like the full on 3D shit, awesome. I'll get one. But I'm holding out. I've been holding out on getting some kind of new media box just due to the fact that the PS3. Sorry to harp on the PS3, but yeah, it plays everything from my network just fine. Xbox is like, we don't have a codec for that, so we're not going to play it at all.
Oh, it used to be bad a couple years before they added those codecs like 2 years ago.
Yeah, before they put in what MP4 and or H.
You can play anything. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah. Now, I mean, everything I throw at the PS3 so far, it's been able to handle, which is awesome. So we're looking at the Game Stick. I don't think I'm going to get one right off the bat. I'll probably wait and see what the reviews say. Yeah. I don't need another gaming console, really. I mean, honestly, the last 3 days I've been fighting with myself whether or not to get a PSP. Or, Vita. PlayStation Vita. It's $200. You get Walking Dead, Season 1. You also get a 4 gigabyte card.
I don't know. It's worth... The problem is that I've seen a lot of arguments online is that proprietary cards are way too expensive.
They are. It's 32 gigs is like $75, and that's double the price of normal memory. The other problems I've seen is battery life. It's only like a 3-hour battery life. 3 hours is not enough for a game session. When you're a hardcore gamer, anyways, I guess. I guess it's great for casual gamers, but it just I think what I have to do is just hold out until I can see what it does with the PS4. Because quite honestly, I have a Nexus 7. They're bringing out companion apps and all this for the PlayStation 4, so I'm really looking forward to see what those do. Because I think they're honestly going to do more with that than they will with the PSP or PS Vita. I keep saying PSP. I'm being told by Ainge not to buy a PlayStation Vita, so for now, I'm definitely not going to be buying one. I took the $200 that I would have been spending on it, and I put it into a box hidden somewhere in North America. There also another price drop coming. So, I suspected that, honestly. I mean, it went down to 200, and I think it probably increased sales a little bit. But if they were to drop it even more around the PS4 and they actually do something with it with the PS4, oh yeah, hotcakes. Yeah, the memory cards are way overpriced. I think it's like 4 gigs is $20. Are you fucking kidding me? Stop that shit. It's as bad as Xbox.
I think they're Walmart back in fucking like 2004 or something.
I mean, it's just like Xbox, but yeah. A hardware refresh. I wouldn't be... How old is the Vita? Vita's only a year old, right?
Give or take.
Yeah, so I mean... it seems like they'd put out even more powerful hardware. Although it's a dual-core A9, right? Something like that?
Yeah, I want to say.
So, I don't know. They said it can pretty much handle anything you throw at it game-wise. And I've also heard switching back and forth between the cross-media bar and... or something in the cross-media bar from a game is so much faster even than the PlayStation 3, from what I've heard. So, that's cool. And I heard also that the memory cards, the console is practically useless if you don't have a memory card. So when they sell it, they don't sell it with a memory card. At least unless you get a bundle. So anyways, hardware refresh would be cool. Price drop would be awesome. I'm still going to hold out until I see what it does with the PS4.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's just too many consoles now.
Yeah.
Too many games, too many fucking consoles. We just need to kind of pick one and stick with the group. So I think we'll have to wait until the end of this year, maybe mid next year, to see the rest of the Android consoles drop. We're still waiting on the one from who was it, Mad Catz that was making one?
I think so.
I'm still waiting to see that one. That one looks interesting to me, and you can use the mouse and keyboard and shit. That's awesome. You can probably use mouse and keyboard on all the other ones too, but like I said, I don't have one, so I couldn't really tell you. GameStick definitely will not, though, because there's no ports, obviously.
Yeah, definitely no GameStick.
So we'll keep our eyes out for the end of this month to tell you more on that. And let's see, the
Sega Saturn.
I saw a Sega. Was that the portable? What was the Sega portable? Game Gear. I saw a Game Gear on sale for like $30. I almost bought it. I was like, that's awesome.
Where was that? I remember, was that where?
I don't remember where I saw it, but it was.
We were just when we were younger. I forget where was that? We were able to look at. Was it Sears or where was it at?
I don't remember.
It was a game store, and I remember they had a demo out you could look at. Where was that at?
I remember a buddy of mine.
Was that Kmart or was that Toys R Us?
Probably Kmart.
I think it was Kmart where they had a demo where you could look at.
You know, somebody actually, while we're on that topic of Kmart and Sears, it just kind of dawned on me. I saw earlier this week that somebody had ported Super Street Fighter, I think it was, to the Virtual Boy, and it was pretty cool. It worked as expected. Just I don't know, the red seems like it would burn into your eyeballs. So we talked about this last week, and it's finally closed out. The EA Humble Bundle has now doubled the existing record. Yeah, more than 2.1 million bundles sold and over $10.5 million for charities. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they should do that again. Feel free to give 5 to 8 of your games away for very small cash. No, I mean, in all honesty, those were great games. I feel bad that I didn't donate more, but I mean, we donated quite a few times in order to do so. And I got plenty of people to do it as well.
Yeah, I did it. I paid $5.
But yeah, just wanted to kind of update you on that. The PS4 camera was announced that it will now support navigation, voice commands, and I think facial recognition, they said. So that'll be interesting to see.
I got mine on pre-orders too for mine. So.
Yeah, my camera is pre-ordered. I
went pre-order just in case, like now, just in case, like say, like 2 months from now they're sold out or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like sold separately. Unlike the Kinect 2, the Sony will likely find it harder to get developer and consumer support for the device. But does it really matter?
If they can do what they did for sports games and other games, what they did for the PlayStation 9, I think it'll be huge. Like,
what I would like to see done is more of the like in-game skinning, not like the Xbox One, because I did see that they do that, but it's more of a guesstimation as opposed to actually inputting your actual face. That's what I want to see more of, like Rainbow Six that did that shit. Awesome. That was way more fun.
I remember having a cigarette in my mouth and everything, and some guys had pictures of babies and shit.
Everybody's like, yeah, the baby ones are creepy. Creepy as fuck. But it was always awesome because they're like, dude, is that really your face? I was like, yeah, that's my face. I always had the weird eyes going on.
Well, you can do it. Take your glasses out and show them weird eyes, James.
I don't do that anymore.
Hey, you can't take your glasses and do weird eyes.
I'm not going to do my weird eyes. Anyways, I'd like to see more of that. Here's one thing. If they can get like when you go into the cross media bar, go to your media server and play a movie, if you can control that, they've already won me, because the Xbox 360 sucks at that. It doesn't work unless you're actually using Netflix.
Remember how we were watching the Xbox thing on your Xbox?
That's another thing is when it
Xbox,
was actually responding.
Stop. What the
yeah, it starts responding to people who are talking. We did have that issue. Let's see. What else we got here? The Illuma Room. Somebody from Microsoft was quoted as saying that it's basically way too damn expensive for the consumer. They said it's thousands of dollars for the setup. So
I knew it could be that simple. It looked really cool, but I knew it couldn't be that simple for them to do it.
I've seen the similar tech. They do that in, I want to say it's Russia, where they like broadcast like 3D tech demos and shit.
It's everywhere.
That's fucking amazing.
They do there's a couple of colleges, like the science division stuff like that.
It's got to be the same tech though, because that's exactly what it is.
It's the same tech, but like on a grand scale.
Yeah, and you're talking about in your living room. I kind of figured that would never happen. It was just too damn expensive.
It seemed like a cool idea, but
well, I mean, you're talking about a projector and it's kind of a reader at the same time. I mean, I don't know. They're saying it's a couple $1,000s, but maybe they're talking a couple thousands of Microsoft dollars as opposed to the hundreds that it costs to set up, probably. Because I mean, a normal projector with that kind of capability would probably be about $1,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Moonlight knows what he's talking about. He does that shit, so. But they're just saying it's too expensive, which I kind of figured. It was
Then
just
why-
too
then
much.
Then why? I don't get it. Why even show the video if it's too?
That wasn't Microsoft. That was just tech demo, if I remember.
I thought that was Microsoft. I was like,
No.
why even show it if it's?
They're like, look what this can do, and that was it. I mean, it was great, but just like other great features that were supposed to come to Xbox 360 or Xbox One, just doesn't happen. Let's see what else we got here. The Drive Club that comes with PlayStation or PS4 when you pre-order, you get a dumbed down version of the game. It doesn't have all the tracks, doesn't have all the cars. They confirmed today that they will offer a heavily discounted upgrade offer later in 2014, which is great because that's what I was kind of wondering. I didn't want to have to buy a full version. I don't think they would make you do that anyways, but
No.
but anyways, that's great to know that. And
I'm not a huge racing person either. I mean, I'll race and I'll play a racing game. Like, I still wanted to get NASCAR 2013, but
didn't they have that on PC for sale?
it was on PC. I don't know. I haven't seen it on sale, but it's on PC.
Yeah.
It's like $35. It's not too expensive, but I just don't think I'd play it that much to be able to buy it.
Yeah. Yep. I'm not much of a racer, but this isn't sim. This is sim arcade. So, I would play it. It's just like Forza, and that's always fun.
Somebody's getting fucked up.
What?
He's drinking a frozen hurricane made with 190 proof green alcohol.
Jeez. Yeah.
Trying to start a car? Do not smoke a cigarette while you're drinking.
It looks like as we continue going on here, I think you'll notice a trend. I think we talk more about the consoles that we have than anything else, but that's why I'm planning on getting an Xbox One, so I don't sound like a PS4 douche.
Yeah.
But anyways, what is it? Starting tomorrow, PlayStation Plus members will get Resident Evil Chronicles HD Collection for free, and several other games discounted. Retro City Rampage, which I think was already on sale, but I might pick that up now. I don't know. They have that's a PS3 Vita game, Kickbeat. I've seen a lot about it, but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Zombie Driver, which I've seen stuff for, Puppeteer, and F1 2013 for PS3. That's pre-orders too. It's some kind of special edition. But anyways, I'm looking forward to the Resident Evil HD collection for free. That's fucking awesome. Gotta love it.
I think I paid $17 for mine, and I've gotten like $40 worth of games for it so far. Maybe probably more than that. Probably like $60. It's $70 worth of games.
Yeah. They're talking about Gaikai. Why is this down here? That's weird. Anyways, I thought it was down further. Gaikai may be looking at some issues as far as Europe is concerned due to broadband issues.
I thought they had it faster than we did over there.
I did too, but maybe not. They said they basically have some bumps in the road that need to be ironed out before that happens. Where does Will think he's going? I have no idea.
What?
I don't know. So basically the plan is to start with North America next year, which is awesome because I thought they were talking like, it seemed like further into 2014. So that's fucking amazing. If they can get that off the ground and I can actually play previous gen games at a discount, something lower than I'd be spending at GameStop, I'm on it. Because like I said, I'm running through all the old PS3 exclusives basically, just to get caught up. Infamous, I really want to play Second Son, so I really need to finish. I guess it's not required that you play the previous games, but I would like to.
Yeah.
I've heard it's one of the top open world games.
I mean, for me, the baseball game was probably the greatest thing I've ever seen. Because baseball games you've seen over the past 3 or 4 years on the Xbox, like with 2K Sports, have been complete garbage. And looking at the graphics on the show are just fucking jaw dropping. How good they are.
Awesome. Oh, Will left IRC. You dropped that IRC.
Why am I dropping? Oh, I must cut off my.
So we're also looking at Killzone Shadowfall. All post-release DLC will be free, which is kind of a stab at
That makes
pretty much every other FPS
that
out there.
makes it worth probably even buying. I mean, let alone.
I'm already planning on buying it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on my list of stuff to pre-order, but like I said, all this is coming out all at the same time, and all these are FPS, and I get into FPS. Like when I get into a game, I get into it, and it's gonna take forever to get through all these games. But luckily for me, I actually play through the single player campaigns first
Yeah.
to A, get a handle for the controls, and B, so that I can actually get my money's worth out of the game. Because I mean, I always get into the multiplayer afterwards, and I love it usually. Other than maybe Fear. Fear kind of sucked. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that. They also have customized servers, I think, for everybody. So like you can set up certain game types that you want to play without having to. I don't even know what they do currently, if you're even allowed to do that on most games, unless you're playing a private match. And I think you'll be able to vote on each one of those, and they can actually be promoted to being a actual public, ongoing
That's cool.
gameplay mode, I guess. So definitely looking forward to that. That's another one that's on my list.
I sort of like because what always pissed me off about Call of Duty was when they switched over to voting. Yeah, it was cool and everything, but when people start voting out the DLC games maps you just paid for, always pissed me off.
Yeah, and that always pissed me off. It's like it's the day of the release. You're playing. You're like, oh, cool, new map. Vote for other map. Are you fucking retarded? We just got this fucking map. Could you at least down that? Oh, or you have to, that's another thing. You get sucked into playlists that only play those new maps, which is dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to throw it into the mix. I want the whole thing, not. But then I guess that's kind of improving that. I guess I don't know. Anywho, last story. Basically, at PAX, Gearbox announced that they are working on two new IPs. So we're looking at two brand new games, two new stories, two new whatever from Gearbox, which would be nice considering I think their last original IP was Borderlands. So instead of working on half-ass shit like Duke Nukem or Colonial Marines.
Well, Duke Nukem was
called.
like pennies on a dollar for them, so it was.
Yeah, but I mean, to stop doing that because all you're doing is really damaging your image at that point. No, the show's not ending early. We started earlier than normal.
I gotta disconnect because my battery's gonna die.
And Will's battery's dying, so he's actually leaving IRC.
I had to.
Show's not ending early. Like I said, we started early. We've been going on for
It's like an hour and a half now.
hour and 15 minutes.
The reason we started early is because today me and James head off, so we were.
Yeah, Will and I, we've been hanging out all day. Chinese buffet, fucking full as fuck.
I'm still full. I ain't even hungry.
Nope, not even hungry.
Not even a little bit.
What else? We went to GameStop. He
Yeah.
picked up what? What'd you get? Did you get anything at GameStop?
No, I was just sitting there playing Madden for a little while.
I picked up Resistance 1, 2, and 3. I was only going to get 1 and 2 because they were really cheap, and the 3 was like $13. So I was like, if I hold out, it'll go down in price. And then I get there, and they're like, oh, by the way, it's buy 2, get 1 free. So you can get Resistance 3. I'm like, okay, awesome. So I picked up Resistance 3 and 2 and got 1 for free, which wasn't really that great because it was only $3 off. But anyways, stay on for another hour. We can do a hangout if you guys want.
I might have to go because
Yeah.
I have to go by the hospital, drop her off some liquid.
Stuffs.
Yeah.
So,
He'll be here. I might be able to stay for like another 10 minutes or so, but I'm good.
yeah, I don't know. I think we're just gonna end the show. I would like to do a hangout, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to. I know I have a lot of work to do tomorrow morning, and it's gonna be like 3 days worth of shit. So.
And I got a big ass parts order coming in tomorrow because it's the fucking holiday. They're combining 2 orders together, so it's gonna be a big fucking order.
Yeah. So. That sucks, and
What are you
hopefully,
looking at?
hopefully next week Corey will be able to join us again from the dead.
We'll have to revive him. Surprised he's not watching the show. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight. This has been James for the OTR podcast.
This has been Will.
Have a good night, guys.